It's your boy Griff here, back with another video, and today I got a special video for you guys, man. Today we're going to be checking out something crazy that happened in the shop, bro. This is the first time they kind of introduced this thing. If you guys see by the title, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about and everything. So no showcase, no guys, but I mean, I guess it's going to be more like a should you buy. Now, this is going to be more for people that does spend bread on the game. If you guys are a free-to-play player, that this video is probably not going to be helpful for you guys because you guys don't spend money on the game. But I definitely want to make a guide and kind of just talk about the fact that they introduced this into the game now, and like what does that mean for the future. So if you guys do just want to watch the video, I know a lot of you guys are going to comment down and be like, it's more catered to the pay to play, which is unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate, but people that do spend money on the game does keep the game running, and that's what they're kind of catering for. So the people that's going to spend the extra bread for this packs and stuff, they're just going to test the waters and see, do people go and bite it? Do people go and bite for this? The people that spends bread, are they going to go and buy these things? People like me do go. People that spend money on the game, are they going to go and bite for this pack? So yeah, without further ado, if you guys do enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, turn on a notice, roll to 14K, and let's get on with the news. So if you guys don't know, by the title, they have introduced Ultra Z Power. So you guys know that the highest thing that you guys can get is Legends Limited Z Power. You guys can get regular Sparking Z Power. You guys can get even Extreme Z Power. Now, this is the first time they introduced Ultra Z Power. We guys have known that they actually had Ultra Z Power data mined in the game, but it's never been out before. The only time you can get Z Power for Ultra banners, Ultra units, is to summon on their banner or hopefully you don't get shafted. But now they have introduced them being able to get them from the shop, so you guys can actually spend bread and actually get guaranteed Z Power for Ultra units. Because you know, a lot of people spend a lot of bread, 40k, 50k CCs just to get one copy, 2 copies. And you know, people that does spend bread now has the option to get more Z Power from them by spending bread. You know, a lot of people be spending $500 just to get 1 copy. Now is like, you might be able to spend like $100, $120 to guarantee copy. So let's take a look here. So you guys see, this is limited up to 6 times per player. So you get 2,000 Chrono Crystals, limited up to 6 times per player. This is only lasting for, I believe, yeah. So you guys see that it only lasts for 5 days. So right before the second anniversary of the part 2, right? It only lasts for part 2. And what are the anniversary crystals? You guys see here for the exchange shop. If you guys buy 3 of these, you guys are able to exchange for 1,000 Ultra Z Power there. If you guys get 2, you guys can get 600 LFZ Power. And then if you get 1, you guys can get all these other stuff, which is interesting. So yeah, interesting there that it only lasts for 5 days right before the part 2 is out. So let's actually go and check the shop. Let's take a look at the shop. Let's see how much these cost, because you're limited to 6. So let's see how much it costs. So you guys know that the super, what do they call these, the super crystals box, they usually had these, they've been having these type of things. They usually drop the super crystal things throughout anniversaries, throughout the Legends Fest, throughout usually in the Legends Summer Festival thing as well. They usually drop these super crystal things. You guys know the highest thing that you guys can get was 600 LFZ Power for 3 of them, but now they put the 600 LFZ Power for 2 of those crystal things, and they up the Ultra Z Power as the one that you gotta buy 3 times to get 1,000 Ultra Z Power. So if you want 1,000 Ultra Z Power, you will have to spend 100, and in USD dollars, you have to spend $123 for 1,000 Ultra Z Power. So now, granted, when you do spend on a Ultra banner, you are getting 2,000 LFZ Power. You're not getting 1,000, you're getting 2,000 LFZ Power. So they're saying that to guarantee yourself a copy of an Ultra unit, you have to spend $246 for a guaranteed copy. That's what they value an Ultra copy, $246. Right? Because remember, you get 2,000 Z Power. For 3 of them, you get 1,000 of these little super chrono crystals. You got to buy this 6 times. 6 times times 41. That is $246. So the question is, do the people that spends, that whales the game, do they see $246 worth. Now, granted, you're also getting chrono crystals, right? You're also getting up to, if you spend 6 of them, you're getting 12,000 chrono crystals, and you're going to get 2,000 Ultra Z power, right? Now, if you look at a regular sales, $40 is usually for 3K chrono crystals, right? So you're getting chrono crystals and you're getting Ultra Z power. For someone that does spend on the game, I actually think that this is like, especially people that really whales out on the game, this is actually pretty valuable because you're guaranteed an ultra copy and you're also getting 12,000 chrono crystals off of that. Now, like I said, if it's for someone that's like a light spender like me, this is something that's going to be out of my budget. But say for example, I do have a lot of bread and I want to spend this on Kid Buu, right? Kid Buu, I have him at 8. I have him at 8 stars, and if I do spend $246, I could get him to what's his name? I could get him to 10 stars, which that means I would be able to get that 9-star Z power and all that good stuff, and then I could get him to get that extra 5% boost in his stats. So it's little stuff like that that's actually pretty good, where you're kind of in that 8-star to 10-star range, or you're at that 12-star and you're trying to get a 14-star. You might not want to save all your chrono crystals for a return banner where you could just spend and get the extra 2,000 guaranteed there. So it's just, like I said, it depends on how much money you actually spend on the game, how much you actually spend on a monthly basis. But this is basically guaranteeing you a copy if you spend 246. Now, granted, if you do just go for the 1,000, it's 123, which is actually still pretty valuable, right? Especially if you have a unit if you pull 2 copies of an ultra unit and you're trying to get them to that 9-star. Remember, the 9-star, you get the extra huge stat buffs. So even if you get the 1,000, that's still pretty solid. And then over time, you can kind of slowly get them over time. Now, for the free to plays, what does this mean? Now, this is actually pretty interesting because this means that maybe down the line this year, they might start dropping some ways of getting free Ultra Z power. Maybe not going to be 1,000, probably might be like 100, but I could probably see this being added towards the end of the year, if not beginning of next year. I don't see them giving us ways of free Ultra Z power just yet because they introduced this last year, 2023, like late 2022 I meant, and no, late 2021. So maybe next year we might start seeing some free Ultra Z power. So I mean, right now, of course, they're going to cater it to the people that spends bread first, see how that goes, and then over time they're going to be generous. And I feel like they're going to be generous with the ultra banners, where we might see multiple ultra banners, ultra units in one banner, like we do with LFs now. Like LFs used to be only one LF per banner, but as we started to get more ultras, they're going to add more ultras to a banner so they can make it more valuable. And the fact that they're starting to release Ultra Z power, now granted it is for you to buy, right, as of now, but over time we are going to start seeing some free Ultra Z power as well. So if you do spend money on the game, if you do spend a lot of bread, I think this pack is very valuable. Now granted, it does sucks that if you do have over 20k CC, you guys won't be able to buy this because it does include chrono crystals. You're not only just buying the super crystals, you're also buying chrono crystals with it. So right now, if I was to buy this, I would only be able to buy one, and I'll have to spend 12,000 more chrono crystals just so I can get the extra all 6 packs, so I can Z power whoever I want to with the Ultra Z power, which is insane. Now you can also just buy one and just save it. Say for example, you guys just buy, no, actually 3 of these, and you save it for Ultra VB or whoever that drops for the 3rd Annie. Maybe you pull 2 copies of Ultra VB or whoever that drops for the 3rd Annie Ultra, and you just want to get them the 9 stars. You know, you spending $123 here just for that extra 1,000 Ultra Z power might actually help you out and get them the 9 stars instead of just keeping on that 8 stars and get that stat. So those little things like that to consider. Like I said, if you already spending a lot of bread to try to max out and spend a lot of bread to get these units, I don't think this is actually that bad for someone that spends bread on the game. So like I said, it's to each their own. Some people are light spenders like me. Some people spends a lot of bread like Vara, or there's some people that just don't spend bread at all. So I think if you do spend a lot of bread, I think this is a valuable pack. You're getting chrono crystals and you're getting guaranteed Ultra Z power. I feel like you can't really complain about that. Now granted, there's only 4 days left, so they do want you to, you know, chop and spend, right? They're trying to get you to spend as much CC as possible for part 2, which is really interesting. They've been throwing a lot of bait recently, bro. They dropped Ultra Rose, they dropped Ultra Hit, Ultra Broly. They dropped that Limit Break banner. Like, they're dropping this now. Like, they're dropping so much bait before part 2, which is really interesting to me. Really interesting to me. So me personally, I probably won't be able to buy it. I really don't want to spend no Chrono Crystals to get this. But me personally, I mean, I might actually spend the extra, what, 6K more Chrono Crystals just so I can maybe get that 9-star Kid Buu. I might actually do that. Maybe spend the extra 123. Who knows? I really don't know. You know, it's still kind of iffy for me, but you know, that's just how it is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. You guys feel like this is scummy? Do you guys feel like this is kind of like a good thing? Like, of course it sucks now, but over time we're going to might have ways of getting Ultra Z power over time, which is pretty good. But as of now, of course, a lot of people are going to be mad that you can only get Ultra Z power from spending money. But that's how they did it the first time with Ultra Z power. He was only able to spend bread with the super crystals, so, and then over time he was able to get it for free from raids and all these other events. So it looks like over time, probably give it a year, and we're probably gonna get some free ways of getting Ultra Z power too. So yeah, and then after that, Ultra LFs, right? So another way to power create the game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Kind of just give you guys a perspective on people that spends bread. Like I said, I think this is pretty valuable. If you do spend a lot of money on the game, you're getting guaranteed value here and Chrono Crystals. So yeah, that's it with this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and grill, man. I'm out. Peace.